MLS 2020 Super Draft results and reactions up next. I'm Peter Brown, and you're watching Futbol Miami TV's Local News. Thursday afternoon was an exciting day for fans and club alike. The first time Inter Miami would make selections in the MLS Super Draft. I remember years ago when the Super Draft was held in South Florida. I mean, this had to be somewhere around 2000, 2001, maybe a little before. I wandered into the draft back then, and it was weird and a little exciting. Back then, there wasn't the pomp and circumstance with lots of fans cheering on their team's selections. It was more of a feeling of, am I supposed to be here? Years later, MLS built the draft up to be a massive party for fans who could cheer and boo their team selections. This year, it was done very different. No small or big event. Instead, ESPN hosted on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube with reporters at several clubs' draft rooms throughout the country. It was done well, and the ESPN team brought a lot of insight into the players that, let's be honest, most of us don't know much about. But I did miss the excitement from a room full of supporters. Inter Miami had the first and third selection, so they were in control of this draft. With the first selection, most people thought Miami might go defense with someone like Jack Maher, a ready-for-MLS center back from Indiana. Instead, sporting director Paul McDonough went offense with center forward Robbie Robinson from Clemson. This looks to be a really nice selection for the future, as Robinson is the current Mac Hermann Trophy winner, which recognizes him as the best college player in 2019. How can you go wrong with that? Robinson is 21 years old and stands tall at 6'2" and put up 18 goals and 9 assists for Clemson in 2019. He did, however, spend most of 2018 injured. Do we need to be concerned about injuries? Fans, for the most part, seem to be happy about the selection. But was Robinson happy? Robinson looked a little reserved during his congratulations call from owner David Beckham. But who wouldn't be, right? When interviewed on ESPN, he looked downright unhappy when ESPN analyst Taylor Twellman asked, "Robbie, how happy are you?" Twellman had to pull a smile out of him by saying, "Robbie, smile. You're the #1 draft pick. Dude, you're going to Miami." I'm sure it was just the nerves from the day, but Miami is a team where he will not come in and make an impact right away. And Paul McDonough told him as much when they met. And Paul said, "Look, it might be hard for you to step in and play for us right away." Maybe that's why he was struggling to find a smile. You know, he's excited to play and he's not going to get to start right off the bat. Being the first pick comes with some pressure, but for Robinson, maybe a little less this year than other past first picks. McDonough feels that head coach Diego Alonso's system is one where Robbie will have the opportunity to grow and develop. Someone just needs to take Robbie down to South Beach so we can see a real smile on him. Look to see him coming off the bench in 2020. Next up, Nashville, who had the coolest draft selection presentation ever. Nashville general manager Mike Jacobs and a bus full of supporters showed up on Jack Maher's house in Indiana with chants and a scarf. Well done, Nashville. Well done. It was really cool. Great presentation. Miami finished their first round selections with the third pick of the day with defender from Georgetown, Dillon Nealis. There's the defense that some pundits were looking for. But was he the best selection at defense? Some would argue that Miami should have gone defense first with Maher and picked up a forward like Daryl Dike, who instead went to Orlando. Dike is a strong young man at 6'2" and 220 pounds with 10 goals and 8 assists in 2019 at Virginia. Looks like a good pick for Orlando, and hopefully our third pick defender Nealis can take care of Dike if and when they face each other. Dillon Nealis is my height at 5'11 and 175 pounds, scoring 4 goals and 5 assists as a defender at Georgetown. Paul McDonough feels that Nealis is the most MLS-ready player in the draft, saying, "Our opinion is that Nealis was the most pro-ready guy in the draft. We went back and forth at whether we were going to take him at number 1 because we weren't sure he was going to be there at number 3. Well, he was, and Paul got both guys he wanted. You cannot argue with McDonough's success in the Super Draft, having selected Kyle Larin for Orlando and Julian Gressel in Atlanta. Let's hope Paul's golden touch continues." In an interview with MLSsoccer.com, Paul McDonough stated that the club has significant international players still to sign. They have an international winger and a designated player striker that have agreements in place at different levels of completion. Both players are said to be working on their personal terms with the club as we speak. They are also working on some midfielders and 2 center backs. The club is still intent on filling all their international and DP slots. Paul admitted that 1 or 2 players may come in after the first game, but well before the summer. This seems to rule out rumored David Silva, who said he will leave Manchester City this summer. Who could these players close to signing be? Well, ESPN is reporting that Miami is willing to pay $15 million for Club America star Roger Martinez. If Miami can sign this young Colombian international, I know a lot of our viewers will be happy. We are constantly hearing from you guys hoping for a Martinez signing. Is Roger Martinez the player that will make us a contender right away? Hopefully, we don't have to wait for too long. So far, MLS pundits are not very impressed with the current Inter Miami squad, with several aging MLS vets and unproven youth. We need some experienced DPs like Martinez to silence the critics and come out of the gate strong. Share your thoughts on Inter Miami's Super Draft picks in the comments below, and also, hey, about Roger Martinez. Thanks for watching, and we will see you Sunday evening at 7 p.m. for our show, FMTV Weekly. It's a live show, and this week we're talking to Inter Miami striker Juan Agudelo. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.